Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we're proud to bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet.
This review is brought to you in part by DeAgostini Collectibles. DeAgostini Collectibles has unveiled the American Car Collection of 143 scale die-cast models. The American Car series brings together some of the most powerful and famous vehicles created by the U.S. automobile industry in a planned series of 80 collectible scale miniatures. Here you see some of the most spectacular American cars that are part of the collection of these fascinating models. Each issue showcases the featured model car and includes its history, technical characteristics, its evolution, and it's illustrated with beautiful photographs in a magazine for it. Now, DeAgostini offers these collections through subscription systems. Check out the link on their site below the review here that details the program there. In short, I can tell you that these are nicely detailed models in 1/43 scale that are very attractive, affordable, and appropriately sized to include in a large collection. Now, you can opt out anytime, and the first issues are specially priced too. These excellent models come in 1/43 scale, and that's about 4 inches long. It's a preferred scale for racing car collectors. Now, every element of the original design is captured in these amazing replicas. It's an accurate and detailed reproduction in die-cast metal with injection molded plastic. They're precision made with realistic detail and hand-painted as well. Each one comes with a clear presentation case, including a display stand with information identifying each car. Now, the model is mounted to the stand with 2 screws to ensure it does not come off its base. And the display case itself is about 6 inches long, 3 inches wide, and 2 3/4 inches high. Each model comes with a magazine that exquisitely illustrates different aspects of it. It talks about the model and gives technical stats about it and describes the model itself in the one-to-one form. Now, it also has a little segment about Made in America, which talks about some. It also includes a little section on USA News, which happened during the evolution and release of the original car or model. Now, the brand talks about the manufacturer that made the car and a little bit of its history. Along with the models that you purchase, you'll also receive some as free gifts. They come at specific intervals during the shipping process, and they're just as exquisite as the others. Here is one of the examples of the free gifts that you would get with your subscription. On your 8th delivery, you'll receive a Shelby Cobra model. I think this is just another great reason for the entire program. I think anybody would love these wonderful die-cast collectibles, and here's why. This review covers the American Car series from DeAgostini Collectibles, issues 19 through 26. Now, these are 1/43 scale die-cast models, and they come to you in shipments 5 and 6. Issue 19 is the Buick GSX from 1970. Now, that was a high-performance muscle car produced by the Buick division of GM, and it was based on the Buick Skylark platform. The GSX was powered by the massive 455 cubic inch V8 engine and produced 360 horsepower. In the GSX, it was mated to a 3-speed automatic or an optional 4-speed manual transmission. Now, the GSX featured a distinctive appearance with bold front spoiler, rear wing, and striping packages. It was available in just 2 colors, the gorgeous Saturn yellow that you see here in this die-cast representation, and Apollo white, with the optional black racing stripes and red pinstripes. Now, other notable features about the GSX included a heavy-duty suspension, power front disc brakes, and a limited-slip rear differential. Only 678 of the GSXs were produced in 1970, making it a rare and highly collectible car. This is issue number 20, the 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 429. Now, the 70 Ford Mustang Boss 429 was a limited production high-performance muscle car built by Ford. and it was designed for NASCAR racing, and it had a powerful 7-liter V8 engine that produced 375 horsepower. It was the most powerful engine ever fitted into a Mustang at the time, and the Boss 429 also featured a 4-speed manual transmission, heavy-duty suspension, and 15-inch Magnum 500 wheels. The car had a unique styling with a blacked-out grille, hood scoop, and rear spoiler. It was also available in a limited range of colors, including things like Grabber Blue, Calypso Coral, and Wimbledon White. Only 859 Boss 429 Mustangs were built in 1970, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after Mustangs ever. It's a highly collectible car and could fetch very high prices at auctions. Issue number 21 was also a Ford, and this is the Fairlane Torino GT, built in 1968. Now, this was a mid-size muscle car, produced by Ford, of course, and it was designed to compete with other popular muscle cars of the era. The Torino GT, it was available as a 2-door hardtop or a 2-door fastback, and it was powered by a range of V8 engines, including the 302 cubic inch, the 390, and a 335 horsepower, 428 cubic inch engine. Now, the Torino GT also featured a number of performance upgrades, including heavy-duty suspensions, brakes, a dual exhaust system, and a 4-speed manual transmission. It also had a sporty appearance with the distinctive shark mouth grille, a hood scoop, and some racing stripes. The 1968 Torino GT was a popular car among muscle car enthusiasts, and it remains a sought-after collector's car today. Its combination of power and style made it an iconic example of the muscle car era. Issue 22 is the 1972 Buick Riviera. Now, the 1972 Riviera was a 2-door luxury coupe, also called a personal luxury coupe, produced by General Motors under the Buick brand. It was part of the 3rd generation of the Riviera, which was introduced in 71 in this body style. Now, it featured flowing lines and a dramatic boat tail styling. The 1972 model had that redesigned exterior with a more squared-off grille and taillights, as well as a larger body and longer wheelbase than its predecessor. And it was available with 2 engines, a V8 455 cubic inch unit that produced 250 horsepower, or a high-performance version producing 260 horsepower. Now, the interior of the 72 Riviera was updated for that year, and a new dashboard with improved seating, and standard features included power windows, power steering, power brakes, and air conditioning. Overall, the 1972 Buick Riviera was a well-received luxury car, and it offered a comfortable ride and good performance. It's considered a classic among car enthusiasts today. Issue 23 is the 1982 Pontiac Firebird. Now, it was the last year of the 3rd generation of the Firebird, which had initially been introduced in 1967, and the Firebird in 82 was available in 3 different models, a base, an SE, and a Trans Am. Now, the base model came with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with 90 horsepower, and an optional Trans Am model, however, featured a 5-liter V8 high-output engine. Now, the base model came with a 4-speed manual transmission, and the SE and Trans Ams with a 5-speed manual or an optional 3-speed automatic. Now, inside, the Firebird had nicely oriented dashboard with easy-to-read gauges and a sporty steering wheel. Now, this die-cast model also includes the optional smoked glass T-top roof. Overall, the 1982 Firebird was a popular sports car that offered a balance of performance and style, and it continued basically the pony car or muscle car legacy all the way into 1982. Issue 24, the Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird from 1970. Now, the Superbird was a high-performance muscle car produced by Plymouth, designed to dominate in NASCAR races. The Superbird was based on the Plymouth Roadrunner, but it featured a distinctive aerodynamic nose cone and a massive rear spoiler that extended well above the roofline. Now, those modifications were meant to improve high-speed stability and downforce, and these modifications made it one of the most visually striking cars of the era. They also came with a sign of the times, the vinyl roof. Now, a Superbird could be equipped with a range of engines, including the 425 horsepower, 426 cubic inch Hemi V8. But all this performance yielded less than 10 miles per gallon. But at 36 cents a gallon, it was worth the price. The car also had a number of performance features, such as heavy-duty suspension parts, front disc brakes, and a 4-speed manual transmission. Only around 1,900 Superbirds were produced, making it a rare and sought-after collector's item today. And despite its limited production, the Superbird has become an iconic symbol of the muscle car era and remains a favorite among enthusiasts of classic American cars. Issue 25 is the Ford Maverick two-door sedan built in 1973. Now, the 73 Ford Maverick was a compact car manufactured by Ford between 70 and 77, and it was introduced as a response for increasingly demand for smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. And the 73 model was part of the second generation of Mavericks, and it came with some updates and improvements, just in time for the Arab oil embargo. Now, all of the models were available with a range of engines, including a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and while the sporty, grabber, and luxury models offered 6-cylinder engines. All of them came with 3-speed automatic transmissions standard, although a 4-speed manual was an option. The 73 Ford Maverick was pretty well received by consumers. It was a popular choice for those looking for affordable, reliable, and fuel-efficient cars. Overall, it was a solid choice for those people in the market back then. Its combination of affordability, reliability, and fuel efficiency made it a popular choice and good seller. Well, lastly we have issue 26, the 1970 Chrysler 300 Hearst. Now, the 300 Hearst was a limited edition muscle car produced by Chrysler in collaboration with Hearst Performance, and only about 500 of these two-door coupe units were made, with one convertible made for advertising purposes only. And altogether, that makes it a pretty rare production vehicle. Now, based on the Chrysler 300, it had unique features setting it apart, including the 440 cubic inch TNT engine, producing 375 horsepower, and a heavy-duty torque-flight transmission. Now, the car also had functional fiberglass hood scoops with rotary hood latches, a fiberglass quarter panels, and the exterior was limited to Spinnaker white with 21 chocolate decals and gold iridescent paint highlights. For $5,840, you also got a luxurious interior with 6-way adjustable leather seats from the LeBaron model, along with power windows and brakes. In the best test, it achieved a quarter mile at 15.5 seconds and 95 miles an hour. Not too bad for a car with a 124-inch wheelbase and a curb weight of over 2 tons. The 70 Hearst 300 ads carried the slogan, "Your next car should look this great." Well, we hope you liked this premium model die-cast review, and so that you don't miss any more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that by clicking on the icon in the lower right of any of our reviews, and you can find us on Facebook or our website, rightonreplicas.com. Thanks.